Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is electricity. So before starting this chapter, first of all we must know what is electricity. You have read about the electricity in lower classes, like you have read about the static electricity, the electricity which is stable at one place. So that is called the static electricity. But now here we are going to learn about the current electricity. So before learning this current electricity, we must learn some terms. And what terms we have to learn? These terms are let us see this. The first term is electric current. Now what is the electric current is? So here it is giving the definition. The rate of flow of charge through a conductor or a quantity of charge flowing through a conductor is in unit time. So that is called the electric current. The rate of flow of charge through a conductor or a quantity of charge flowing through a conductor in unit time, that is called the electric current. So electric current that can be written as I equal to Q upon T, where I it stands for the current, Q for the quantity of charge, and T for the time. Okay, so here we can see that is electrons. The electrons, the flow of electrons in a per unit time. So the flow of electrons through a conductor, that is also known as the current. As we know, the current is only the flow of electron. Now the current from which the electron is flowing, that is called the cell. The electrons are always flowing through a negative terminal to the positive terminal, right? When the negative terminal, they are having a high quantity of electrons, while the positive terminal there is having a less quantity of electrons, and the matter flows from the high to low level. So that's why the electrons, they flow from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. But as we show in a diagram or in an electric circuit, we show it in a positive to the negative. Then why we show it in a form of positive to the negative? The reason is because in the earlier times, that is when the electron is not discovered, at that time it was known that the protons, they flow in the wire. The protons, they used to flow in the wire. So that's why at that time the current, it was shown from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. So this type of current is called the conventional flow of current. So we can say there are two type of flow of current. One is called the actual flow of current, the flow of current from negative to the positive terminal, that is called the actual flow of current, while the electric current which flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal. But when we show it, we show the electric current flow of current in a circuit, we show it as a positive to the negative. Okay, so that is called the conventional flow of current. I think it is clear that what is the actual flow, what is the flow. That means the flow of current is always opposite in the direction of flow of electrons in a conductor. The flow of current is always inverse to the flow of electron in a conductor. Now let us come to the another point, that is the rate of flow of charges through a conductor in its quantity, that is unit time. So that is called the I equal to Q upon 2. Now Q is the quantity of charge. The quantity of charge that can be denoted as Coulomb. Okay, and so Coulomb upon time. So we can say Coulomb per second, or I can say Coulomb upon time. So Coulomb upon time, that is called the ampere. So the SI unit of current is called the ampere. So what is a 1 ampere of current? So if the 1 ampere of current can be told as we written as 1 ampere equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 second. If the 1 coulomb of charge is flowing through a conductor in 1 second, then the current will be equal to 1 ampere. Now students, let us understand how many charges are there in 1 coulomb. So here you can see 1 electron is having 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 charge. That is a charge on 1 electron. and 1.6 into 10 raised to power 19 charge equal to 1 electron. We can write it, this much of charge is contained in 1 electron. So here we can write 1 coulomb is equal to 1 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 electrons. So here we will write it as, it is electrons. So 1 coulomb of charge, that will be equal to 6.25 into 10 raised to power 19. How much it is? It is electrons, right? So 1 coulomb can be given as 6.25 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. Here again we can see the SI unit of charge is, that is coulomb, and the charge contains, that means number of electrons contained in 1 coulomb of charge is 6 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. The SI unit of the current is called ampere, and 1 ampere of current is flowing through a conductor in 1 coulomb. That we have already discussed what is a 1 ampere of current. Now how the current is measured? The current is measured with the help of ammeter. Here you can see the current is measured with the help of ammeter. So it is always connected in a series. Connected in a series means how it is connected. Let us see. This is called connected in a series because here you can see the ammeter A, it is written as ammeter, and where it is resistance. Resistance can be shown like this. So resistance can be written as like this. So resistance and ammeter, they are joined end to end. So that's why it is called, it is joined in a series condition. This is how you can see how the current is flowing in the circuit. The circuit is flowing. You can see here the flow of current is direct inversely, that is proportional to the electron flow. The electron flow and current, they are, when we are talking about the current is always flow from the positive to the negative, while the electron, it is always flowing from the negative to the positive terminal of a cell. So the flow of electron is always opposite to the flow of current. Next topic we are taking is, that is electric potential or potential difference.